Have you ever felt like you were standing in a familiar room, but forgot why you went in there? Or maybe you were holding your keys in your hand, but were fumbling around everywhere, not knowing where you put them? Such moments of confusion tend to occur more frequently as we age. For many people over 60, memory is no longer as sharp as it used to be. Some forget the names of acquaintances, forget to turn off the stove, or forget tasks they just completed. Others feel easily confused, have difficulty concentrating, and sometimes repeat a story they don't remember having told before. You or your loved ones, if you have ever experienced such situations, rest assured, as it is a normal part of the aging process. However, it can also be an early sign of cognitive decline or even dementia. So why is old age prone to confusion? How can we keep the mind alert and clear? And is there a simple way to train memory every day? Let's explore this topic more deeply, while also discovering an extremely interesting and effective game that helps the brain wake up every morning. As age increases, the human body undergoes many changes. The brain is no exception. After the age of 30, every decade, we lose a small portion of the gray matter volume in the brain. By around 60 years old and above, this decline becomes more noticeable. The hippocampus region, where memories are stored, begins to shrink. The speed of neural signal transmission slows down. Neurons lose connections with each other, causing information to be transmitted less coherently. At the same time, important neurotransmitters such as dopamine and acetylcholine, which play key roles in memory and concentration, also decrease in production. All these changes cause the ability to remember, learn new things, and react in older adults to slow down. This is the natural aging process of the brain, not a pathology, but if not regularly stimulated, this decline will progress faster. Besides the aging process, there are many risk factors that make confusion in the elderly more severe. Prolonged sleep deprivation is one of the important causes. When sleep is not deep enough or is interrupted, the brain does not get rest, recovery, and memory consolidation. Depression or stress are also enemies of the mind, easily causing lack of concentration, fatigue, and forgetfulness. Cerebrovascular diseases such as cerebral ischemia, mild stroke, diabetes, hypertension, and high cholesterol all affect blood circulation to the brain, reducing the supply of nutrients and oxygen to nerve cells. A nutrient-poor diet lacking omega-3, vitamin B, and antioxidants also contributes to cognitive decline. If the elderly have little physical and mental activity, the brain easily wears out due to lack of stimulation. The use of multiple medications or drug interactions can also negatively affect the central nervous system. However, not all cases of forgetfulness are pathological. When confusion occurs frequently, interfering with daily activities, accompanied by changes in behavior and emotions such as irritability and withdrawal, it may be a sign of dementia. Common symptoms of dementia include forgetting the names of relatives, getting lost on the way home, repeatedly telling the same story or performing the same action, difficulty speaking or finding words, inability to distinguish time and place, disorientation, and easily getting lost. In fact, patients may also experience personality changes, becoming more irritable or withdrawn. Among the causes of dementia, Alzheimer's disease accounts for the highest proportion in the elderly. Currently, there is no cure for this disease, but early intervention through a healthy lifestyle and mental stimulation can help slow the progression of the disease, allowing the elderly to maintain clarity of mind longer. So, how to prevent cognitive decline in the elderly? First of all, an active lifestyle is the golden key. Eating healthy with plenty of green vegetables, fatty fish, nuts, and berries will provide the necessary nutrients for the brain. Limiting sugar, animal fats, and processed foods is a good way to prevent underlying diseases that affect intelligence. Regular exercise such as walking, yoga, cycling, and dancing not only helps blood circulation, but also increases oxygen to the brain, slowing down the aging process. Getting enough sleep from 7 to 8 hours each night helps the brain rest and recover, limiting chronic insomnia. Controlling underlying diseases such as diabetes, high blood pressure, And cholesterol is also extremely important. Limiting alcohol and tobacco will help protect nerve cells from damage. In addition to taking care of your health, maintaining social connections plays a very important role in protecting the brain. Elderly people who live in isolation and have little interaction are prone to mental and cognitive decline. Therefore, maintain relationships with friends and family, participate in clubs, classes, community activities, or volunteer to help others. These activities not only bring joy, but also stimulate brain areas related to emotions, communication, and thinking. An extremely effective secret to prevent confusion and keep the brain alert is to stimulate the mind every day. Just as muscles need exercise, the brain also needs to be trained to maintain flexibility and clarity. One simple method that anyone can apply is playing thinking games. And now, I will introduce you to an interesting, easy-to-do game that brings surprising benefits to memory: the reverse memory chain game. The reverse memory sequence is a super easy memory-boosting exercise suitable for all ages, especially the elderly. The goal of this game is to stimulate short-term memory, train concentration, and organize information in the brain. To start, you just need to choose a list of 4 to 10 familiar objects. For example, table, broom, stove, mirror, towel. Then, silently read them in order once, for instance: knife, pen, towel, stove, fan. Next, close your eyes, count to 5, then try to recite the list in reverse order: fan, stace, towel, pen, knife. You will find this challenge is not as easy as it seems because the brain has to retain the information while accurately reversing the order. Once you have mastered the basic level, you can increase the difficulty by increasing the number of words from 5 to 7, then 10. Instead of using simple words, switch to phrases like the red scarf, the blue pen, or use images instead of words. For example, look at 5 pictures and then retell them in reverse order. If you have family members or friends playing along, compete to see who can remember more or who can read backwards faster. This gentle competition is also a great way to stimulate the brain. So why is the reverse memory chain game so effective? It is because it activates working memory, a very important brain area for processing and temporarily holding information. When doing this exercise, you have to concentrate intensely, both remembering and reversing the order of information. Additionally, if you associate words with images, colors, and emotions, you are activating both hemispheres of the brain. As a result, the brain does not get worn out from repetitive, boring activities, but is constantly refreshed. Just spending 5 to 10 minutes a day on this game, you will find yourself remembering faster, making fewer mistakes, and responding more flexibly. This is the exercise for the brain, helping to maintain the youthfulness and clarity of the mind. Besides the reverse memory chain, there are many other supportive games that help keep the brain sharp. Older adults can solve crosswords or Sudoku, 2 types of games that are both entertaining and stimulate logical thinking. Playing board games like chess, Chinese chess, or dominoes helps train strategy, memory, and reflexes. For those who enjoy exploration, learning a new language or playing a musical instrument is a great way to expand brain regions, creating novelty and excitement. Keeping a daily journal, writing down 5 things done or seen, not only aids memory, but also enhances observation and perception skills. Another fun game is naming the alphabet backwards or counting backwards by 3s or 7s. These activities not only help keep the brain alert, but also bring joy, reduce stress, and provide a sense of achievement. Aging is an inevitable part of life, but aging does not mean giving up. Memory may fade over time, but clarity of mind can definitely be maintained if we take proper care of our brain. Confusion is not a mandatory part of old age. With a healthy lifestyle, regular social connections, and simple exercises like the reverse memory chain, you can completely slow down cognitive decline and even keep your mind clear and youthful. Try it today. Spend 10 minutes each morning on your brain, just like you brush your teeth to keep them strong. A clear mind is the foundation for a happy old age. Don't let the worry of forgetfulness hold you back. Instead, Actively train your memory, nurture clarity, and enjoy every moment of life. No matter your age, remember that the brain has an amazing ability to adapt. You just need to give it a chance with patience, diligence, and daily joy. If you want to better understand how to play the reverse memory chain game, or want to explore more simple and effective brain exercises, connect with our community. There, you will find detailed illustrative videos, practical sharing, and motivation to maintain good habits for your intellect. Don't hesitate to start. A small change each day will bring great results for your brain health. And remember, old age is not the end of clarity. It is the stage where you can enjoy the fruits of a lifetime, share experiences, love, and continue learning. Keep your mind sharp with intellectual games, social connections, and self-love. Every day, take time to care for your brain like tending a garden, so that every seed of memory, every green sprout of wisdom continues to bloom in your mind. Finally, inspire your family and friends to participate in intellectual activities together. Turn gatherings into opportunities to train memory, enhance bonding, and create shared joy. When everyone practices and shares together, brain health is not only protected, but also strengthened. You will see that old age is not a retreat, but a journey to continue striving, exploring, and enjoying life with a clear and bright mind. So, let's start practicing today. Try the reverse memory chain game, along with other supplementary exercises, so that each day is filled with vitality, intelligence, and happiness. You deserve a fulfilling old age, with a good memory, a youthful mind, and an open heart.